Hi, good morning and a happy Friday Easter morning to you. Today I'm going to take a walk up to the spectacle. I know it's been discussed how far we should actually be walking, but all the walks that I'm doing here are all in the former Stonehouse parish. They're all in the area, the old rights of way of Stonehouse. I've been asked to go and do some walks that are further afield, and I've decided no, I should keep those to Stonehouse. So just to let you know, somebody's asked if I would go to Moss, the Candor Moss, and I'm going to leave that to another day because it's out with the parish. As is, I've also been asked to go to Plotcock Castle, which is another place which is just actually in the quarter area in the boundary, the old parish boundary with the quarter area. I'm going to leave that to another day. So all the walks are in the Stonehouse area with the old parish, as is Sanford. I'm not going to go into the village itself. I'm going to try and avoid people while I'm on the walk, as you should as well. But that's where I'm going today. Today we're just at a turn for Sanford, and you can just see the burn behind me there, and the burn turns over the other side there, and that leads you down to the Cock Castle burn, and that goes under the road where there's a culvert which was made by Thomas Telford. It's a lovely wee burn, and that leads you towards Cock Castle, which we'll also go to on another day. So today without further ado, we're going to head up the road here, and we'll see what we can find along the way. And there's a couple of other walkers out. It's actually been a rarity that I've actually met anybody in the walk, but if you are going out, just remember, keep your social distancing. It's probably better either early at morning or later in the evening, but I think we're quite fortunate here in Stonehouse that we do live in the countryside, and we've got the benefits of the countryside around us and the amenities in the village. So the road that we're actually taking today, this is actually an ancient part of the road, because if you've ever travelled along the road from Stonehouse to Straven, what you might not know is that road is actually fairly new. It was constructed sometime between 1839 1859, somewhere around about that period. I'm not exactly sure, I'm not getting an exact date for it. But it was formerly flooded, that area, so there was nothing there before. It was just farmers' fields. The actual old road into Stonehouse, this is actually part of it you're on now. It came by Flemington, top of Straven, down through Glassford, and up to Glassford Bridge, and it crossed over from Glassford Bridge across a wee right away, which I'm just going to show you, which is just a wee bit further up the road. And I'll just let you have a wee look around the countryside to get an idea of where we are now. You're looking up towards the Crummock there, and it's lovely countryside all around us here. This is us looking back towards Stonehouse, the new persimmon houses at the end of the village, and up to the turn where we just took a left. Just watch yourself crossing the road. You're looking up to Cock Castle there, and over to that was Willie McAllister's old greyhound training place. Wee bit of useless information, but Willie McAllister, I think I might be wrong, but Willie, I'm sure he was involved in the training a dug called Slippy Blue, which won the equivalent of what we know as the Grand National, and Slippy Blue won the Greyhound Derby in, I think it was 1980. We just look to the other side, looking up towards Straven, and then you've got Glassford in the distance there. So we'll just carry on up the road. If anybody is looking for an idea of what there is in terms of walking around about the area, there is a booklet available. It's called Stonehouse Rights Away. I've just actually updated the booklet as of this week, just to make some changes and additions, some new photographs. And if anybody wants a copy, can't access obviously through the library at this moment, if you just send me a private message or contact me through one of these posts on Sunny Stonehouse, I'll send you a copy of it, a PDF, and at the back of the booklet it shows you all the 17 rights of way that there are in Stonehouse. Some of these link up, there are one or two that are not worth walking, one of which I'm just going to show you now, which is, there's one or two that are just dangerous to access, and there's nothing really to see en route. But these were ancient rights of way which go back many hundreds of years, and we're accessing industrial sites, the old mines, quarries, sometimes for going to church, or just getting from A to B, or the cattle getting moved from one place to another. And these rights of way were established by Acts of Parliament in the past, and we've been quite lucky in the village that most of these are still walked today, with the exception of one or two. And we're just going to see one of those at the moment, which I wouldn't recommend that you take unless, again, you dig the wellies out. It's very muddy. I'm just looking up towards the crummock there, so I'll just take you up to the turn here. Now the right way I'm just going to show you is this was the road that took you to Stonehouse. So I actually cut across from Glassford. So if you're coming down the Glassford Brae, you go to the brig, turn left, you're heading up towards Stonehouse as you would today, but there's a wee right of way it cuts across to the right, and this is it here. This is an old ancient right of way. I'm not going to take you down it, it's absolutely mock it. And that cuts across, it's very muddy, there's a wee bridge there you can cut through, but when you get to the end of there, actually it goes straight onto the A71, so it's dangerous. So I would recommend you don't use that. I've walked it a couple of times, but I don't think I'd bother walking it again. So we're going to leave that, but if you were coming up there, you would actually just take your left hand turn, and that would take you back to Stonehouse. So you can see it's actually quite a wee bit of diversion, it's not a straight route at all. Worth pointing out, just as we're walking along here, we're at the early days of the spring turning here, and the buds are starting to show on the trees and the hedgerows. Some of the old deadwood's dying off and breaking off the branches, but all these hedges were put in to just separate the land in days gone by, to establish whose land was whose. And they were also used to keep the cattle in certain places to ensure they got to market. So most of the tree rows are covered in beech. Beech is actually a great one for the mushrooms. If you're ever up and about here in September to October, that's where you should look, under the beech, and also under the birch as well. But you've also got hawthorn in here as well. Hawthorn was actually, that's quite a mystical tree, and it is said that the fairies used to hide in the hawthorn and were protected by the actual the thorns themselves. And there's the sun coming out for us as well. What a bonny day. Now you're actually heading up here, you actually get a couple of choices if you're actually doing the rights of way. Today I'm going to take a turn to the right, but there's also a cracking right of way. One of my favourite bits is for the Chapel Farm down to the Crummock, taking it that way. We're actually at the other side, we're at the Crummock, which again goes back at least 400 years, and it goes up the hill up by between the hedgerows. There's a right away there, and when you get to the top, there's a wee tree at the top there. It kind of hangs a left there, and it kind of jukes across and up by East Hazeldean and Greenburn, and it takes you onto the main road. That's the back road to Sanford, if you know it. But there's a cracking wee bit through there, which I'll take you another time. So that's the Crummock right away, and that's one of the oldest rights of way in the area. Again, a lovely family to stay in there as well. Hamilton's. And what a great view you get of across the valley. So as I say, we're going to just turn right, but I'll just show you the sign there. There's the old Crummock sign. Aye, so I'm just going to turn this off at this point, and I'll catch you a wee bit further up the road as we head towards the Avon, and I'll maybe show you a couple of rights away you've not seen before. But you probably not meet MD on the way, which is good at this time. So yep, catch you up soon. Just worth mentioning as we're coming up the brae here, the back road to Sanford, there's a house distant there. I'll see if I can zoom in for you. Just in the distance. Well, that house is Hazeldean up there, and you've got East Hazeldean over to the left, and you've got Hazeldean House. There's actually a few houses up there. They've actually changed their names over the years as well. Just worth mentioning though, the Hazeldean probably is named after an old manse which has been up there at some time. Probably an old minister, that would be the dean, and the hazel would be the trees that surrounded the house. That's probably where it's got its name from. However, that place goes back to medieval times, and I think I've got it back to the early 1400s. But more recently, there's been a discovery made, and you can check out yourself. There's a book which both myself and Mark Money discovered actually about the same time, which is called Goslington Shadow. It was written in 1825, and it was written by a guy called Mungo Coultershugo, which is a very interesting name in itself, but it's a pseudonym, and it was written actually by, if I remember rightly, I think it was Robert Hamilton of Goslington. At one point we actually thought it was a lost Sir Walter Scott, and everybody was getting quite excited. A number of reasons for that which I'll not go into, but anyway, the book itself was published in America, and it was written as a book of fiction, or the Americans thought it was. But here, lo and behold, when we read it through, the book is actually written of the area around about here, and it's centred on Hazeldean House, just up yonder, and a lot of the characters that are in it have all been made up, but there's one or two we can actually trace to this area. Included in the book also is stories of Purley Wilson for Straven. We've also got a curling match between Glassford and Stonehouse, and you've also got a fight between a father and a son, if I recall rightly, up at Quarter, and some other incidents as well. So throughout the book there's places and events which recall events of that day in the 1820s. Keep in mind, that's 200 years ago, so I recommend you get it. It's a wee bit flowery, a kind of romanticised tale of, somebody trying to regain their estate. But so as you're walking up here and you pass by the Hazeldean area, you get Hazeldean House, Hazeldean, East Hazeldean. It's a lovely wee spot. But get hold of that book if you can get it. Nice. I'll just look back down the brae for you. Back towards Stonehouse. And Glassford is just behind the shed to the left here. Aye, onward we go. Here we are, just at the top of the brae, heading towards the Sanford area. We're just looking down the hill there. Just wanted to point out a couple of things. Straven's just up to the left hand side there. We're looking over to the kind of Floors area. That's the name of the farm, which is just over by. But just in halfway down the brae there, to the left, just over the top of these trees in the foreground, there's actually a memorial to the White family. I once met a gentleman actually going along this road many years ago, and he was carrying a half brick with him. I'm not sure why he was carrying a half brick. I suppose I should have asked him. But anyway, he told me there was a horse that was buried in there, so I went down to have a look, and there wasn't a horse. It was actually, I think it was a Mr. White's wife. She might not have been bonny, but she certainly wasn't a horse. But just over by the top of that memorial there, down a wee bit from there, towards the trees to the left of the memorial, there's actually a burial cairn. I think it's called Tweedy Burial Cairn, and it's recognised in old maps as a tumulus, and it was probably going back to, again, ancient times. You're talking 2000 BC, something like that. We don't know, that's the truth of it, but it's certainly a burial cairn of ancient origin. And what you're actually seeing also in the foreground here is that wee burn there is a fairy burn, which is quite interesting, and it leads you all the way up here to the top of the road where we're heading now, to the Fairy Burn Bridge. Now you might think, oh, that's an unusual name, and it is an unusual name, but there used to be a place quite near here which was called Elrich Home, which is a place where I don't know how exactly the translation works, but where elves and fairies and those small folk used to live, and again it was a time of superstition. So that was Elrich Home, and I guess that's where the fairy burn got its name, and then they just called that the Fairy Bridge. However, it's actually a Jubilee bridge. I can't remember which Jubilee, but it was actually built to commemorate Queen Victoria, one of her Jubilees. In fact, just while we're here as well, might be worth pointing out, if I just zoom out a wee bit, just then to the left hand side here, there's this very unusual bit of ground, which is just over a hedge here. I'll just come down a wee bit, see if you can see it a bit clearer. In here there used to be a lime kiln, used to burn the lime. I'm going to take you to the lime kilns down at Cock Castle over the next couple of weeks. I'll tell you a wee bit more about that. But that's in the lime kilns that's in there. In fact, just while we're here, I see the first buds are actually coming up on we've got the broom here, and you see a wee yellow bud there. I don't know if you can see it. I'll take the first one off. Wee yellow bud, and sometimes if you get them just right, it actually smells like coconuts. But you can actually use that, crystallise that onto cakes, or you can just use it in salads. I quite often eat it. Just a wee thing worth pointing out as we look at the broom. The broom here is actually quite soft. A lot of people call it gorse. Gorse is actually the one with the thorns on it. They're very alike. You can actually eat the flowers off the both of them. But I wouldn't eat hundreds of it, but it's quite nice to just have a chew on as you're a donor. And here we are at the bridge, and we'll have a wee look over here. You can find deer here as well now and again. I saw them a couple of occasions, and if I remember rightly, just somewhere on the left hand side here along the wall, there it is. You can't actually read it now, it's deteriorated quite badly, but do look out for it. But you've got there's a memorial stone right there to Queen Victoria. And I can't quite make it out. I've got a note of the details on it somewhere else. I'm sure it's in the 1880s at some point. I think she died about 1901. There's a couple of bridges in Stonehouse. One's called the Jubilee Bridge, and that was I think it crosses the Watson Burn, if I remember rightly. That's us looking down the river. In fact, while we're talking about cairns and just looking over the brae there, in fact, this road that you're seeing goes down to Tweedy Hall. We're not going to go down there, but aye, so one day we were looking, sorry I'm havering now, as the sheep are out to the left. You're looking up to Law Farm there, just distant, and a lovely wee burn. Aye, I'm getting distracted from my story. Aye, this is a cracking wee bit. We were told about a burial cairn, this must be 25 years ago, where it had an unregistered burial cairn, and the two gentlemen that found it, there was an article, I think it was in the Daily Record about 1950s if I remember rightly. And they made a description of the area. It was round about here, and they wouldn't say where it was, because I think they thought that they were actually walking on private land, and it might have been at that point in time. I'm not sure what the laws were, but anyway, they wouldn't say exactly where it was. But me and a friend, Stephen Bunch actually, came a donor down here, this must be 25, 30 years ago, to try and find this old burial cairn, which was unregistered. And we followed the brae down to the water to the existing site of the burial cairn. Couldn't find it. It didn't match the description. And we decided to cross the road, and we followed the burn up a bit and over by onto an old ancient right away. And lo and behold, here did we not find a raised area of ground in the middle of a field just off the right away, just by Law Farm. And it was exactly as described by the two gentlemen. Not only that, it looked as if it had been ransacked in the centre of the burial cairn. What I mean by that is, in days gone by, folk would try and raid these things to see if they could find gold. I mean, it was just bones, the burnt ashes, beads you would find, maybe wee urns and whatever. But anyway, they thought they'd find treasure, but there was nothing there. However, we got that registered at the time by the Royal and Ancient Monuments of Scotland. They went out to see it, and they said, look, we're not 100%, you're right, it could be a cairn, however it could be a natural phenomena, and that can't remember exact words, but anyway, it's a natural rise in the earth. However, lo and behold, done a bit further research, and here did I not find that there was a burial urn going back to the time of the Beaker people, again 2000 BC and a wee bit further back, which was registered in there, and here, where did it say it was actually found? Law Farm. Now, the coincidence of that would be too remote, so I'm reckoning that it was indeed probably found the early 1800s, somewhere in it then, and that the finds were put into the Hunterian Museum. And you can go online, you can see on the day, I've got photos there, and that bit of history was lost through time. But through a wee bit of research, we've discovered the origins of where that urn came from, and I gave them the information to match up with the find that we'd then registered. And it just goes to show you that as the days go by, there's still new things to find out there. And again, Old Law House, which is just again yonder. You've got Hosenet behind there somewhere as well. These houses, they all go back hundreds of years. And you've got to remember, when you start looking 300, 400 years ago, there was more people actually from the old census lived in the farms and the rural areas, as we would call them, than lived in the towns themselves. So, aye, things have changed, as is the population. So we're just coming up the brae. I will catch up with you in a minute. Just pointing out, just in yonder hill, I was going to say there stood a coo, it's no there now, it must have shifted. No, there's Netherfield House, again, a registered house. There used to be a Netherfield, I don't know if it's called a gatehouse, but Netherfield Cottage, and when that was brought down, I think it was the 1930s, they found all sorts of old documents dating back to the ancient times in there. I'm not sure where they are now, but there are some lovely big houses around about. Again, looking back towards Stonehouse where we came. And this is quite a nice wee bit of the walk here. You're at the top of the brae. I think I've seen 3 people. No, tell a lie, 2 cyclists and 2 walkers. And they didn't look as if they were regular walkers around here. Didn't recognise them at all. But that's what we want to see. We want to see folk that don't know what's round about their area, getting out and finding out more about their village. But let's leave that to better days. I shall probably notice I'm having my way here, but this is a nice wee bit. We're just at the point where we're probably, I don't know, a quarter of a mile or so for Sanford. It's a nice walk, and we're not going to get into Sanford the day, as I say. Sanford was part of, maybe time to tell you. Sanford in days gone by was actually part of Stonehouse parish, and the parish was basically what was called the ecclesiastical area, where the minister oversaw the religious needs of the community. And that included a lot of things. Obviously your weddings, funerals and registering births and deaths, and but also included the likes of providing education. So if you didn't go to Kirk, you didn't get an education. I think I've told you that before, but Sanford was part of the Stonehouse area, and I'm not sure why that is, because Sanford's always been a kind of wee self-contained place. I think it's a gallus wee bit, and I think it's got a great community spirit there. Got lots of things going on and they work well together, and shows you what you can do as a wee community. But I digress. Sanford, it's probably, its name comes from a ford. That's a river crossing where you crossed over the Kype River, and that would be where you either made your way over the river down to Straven, or you could turn left as you go through Sanford to Lesmahago, or over by up to the hills yonder, Ayrshire. So you get a range of choices there, but at some point in time folk have decided to establish a wee community there, and we've got a lot of old photographs of the village. I think it's a lovely wee place. I recommend you go there in better times, but as I say, we're going to leave that today because just because of the virus and all that brings. We're going to stay to the public rights of way and try and avoid people. Who would thought we would be saying that one day, eh? And this, just at the end of the road here yonder, just at the top of the brae, that's where we're going to be taking a wee turn off the road. And hopefully the coos will now be in there. So last time I was up here we got chased by the coos. Fortunately nobody was eating. I just look again back down the road. What a day. Bonnie. And there's hardly a sound of traffic at all. You've probably noticed that yourself. We leave the window open at night. Not that any burglars are going to get in, it's just a wee window. And it's noticeable that you can't hear the traffic on the road. Now, there's very few cars are out and about now, apart from those that are essential to basically protecting us. So as you're coming up the brae here, just keep an eye out. You'll see a right away sign which is put in here some years ago. It's actually not one I've put in myself. This sign goes back probably late 70s, 80s I think, if I remember rightly. There was a lot of wooden right away signs. In fact, you may not know this, but useless information, but in days gone by, I keep saying on days go by, it must be my catchphrase at the moment, in days gone by, your local councillor was actually responsible for walking all the rights of way every year. Aye, that's what I said. Walking the rights of way every year, just to make sure both that they're maintained and to reassert their right. Because if you don't continuously walk them, I think we've had to challenge one once in the community, then you can lose that right. However, the law's changed now with the right access law, and you can basically go most places now within reason. There is guidance as to where you can't go. Now we're just, if you can see that sign there, it just says there to Tweedy Mill. We're going to get down here, just over the hill there. That's Sanford that you can see, and that's Overhaul House, and we're looking down the right away there, and it's a bonny bit. So we're going to head down here. So I'm going to put this off first in case I fall my airsuit, and I'll see you at the other side of the fence. There we are, we just crossed the fence. Now when I say cross the fence, it's worth actually remembering, these are farmers' properties and the farmers' fences. If you are crossing, make sure you can open the gate if you can. Try and cross it, either sometimes there's a kissing gate there, or just there's a stile been put in. Use these because the fences can break if you continually stand on them. However, if it's locked, which they shouldn't be, then you are within your rights to cross over the fence. So that one's got a great latch on it, it's well looked after. It's a popular wee walk for the folks of Sanford here. I was just kind of pointing out here earlier on, I said about the gorse. There's the difference. You see, the gorse has actually got a spike on it. In fact, there's quite a bit of colour in this one at the moment. And if you take I'm not quite getting the coconut off it, but the bees just absolutely love this. And that's just coming out. You'll be seeing the broom in full colour very soon. And as we look down, in fact, there are a couple of folks out here, just talking to them early on at a distance. They're out bird watching there. They just live locally to the area here. And there's a nice wee loop that you can do if you're local. And you'll be lucky if you may, Andy. Also, it's worth noting here, just up in the tree there, as you're going by, you'll see a wee bit of fungus on the trees. That's a bracket fungus. It's called birchwood polypore. Well, if we're still cooked up by October, I'll tell you a wee bit more about the fungus. But that birchwood polypore there, in days gone by, that would be collected. You could actually make paper for it. It's not worth eating. There's very few fungus actually will kill you, but there are some which you'll get liver disease, and you could actually, one or two that will kill you outright very quickly. But the birchwood polypore, that was using days gone by for, there we go, days gone by, I keep saying that, I need to get bloody a tin up every time I say that, I put a pound into charity. But anyway, in days that were not so close to as it was today, I'm havering now, that was used on the back of Jacobite shields, and it was a shock absorber, so they put that in the back of the targe, and that would just act as a wee shock absorber when they were struck with a sword on the other side. See, useless facts. I'll take you over and see a wee bit actually, so you know what you're actually looking for. Here it is on the tree, and you'll only find it growing on a tree. Usually a sign that the tree's on its latter days as well. These are all bits. It grows very quickly. Stonehouse is abundant in mushrooms, but that's for another day. What a lovely wee walk. It's funny to think that had the coronavirus not came knocking on our door, I probably would have never done these wee videos, and there's one day I'll not be able to walk them and maybe look back and see what it was like, because it's bonny, and hopefully if you've never done these walks before, if you're not able to go it, at least you can experience what you can see distant out your window, and maybe sharing a wee bit of the countryside with me today. I'll just take you a wee scoop round and you can see for yourself. We're going to be just walking down to the bottom there, taking a left, and then we're going to take a walk along to Overwood. I'll take you to Tweedy Mill. I'm not going to go into Sanford, but Sanford is just by yonder. Okay. Aye, and this road here, this would have been used for moving the cattle from the fields down by the river up to the road here, and that would have been the main road into Stonehouse, between Sanford and Stonehouse. You sometimes wonder who's actually walked down this road before you over the centuries and millennia. And here we are, down at the turn. And this is one of my favourite views actually, just as you come up to the turn here. It opens up nicely. There's a wee stile in here to help you. So you're looking at the gate, the right hand side. You're looking over to the new house and development there. You'll see it thereby. If you've got a spare £1 million, just empty your pockets, you can buy one of them. and that looks up to Flemington, which is an old part of Straven, over the Stile, and that's us onto a new section of the right of way. And this is a lovely bit as well. As you can see, there's a couple of walkers coincidentally are doing this as well, and it's a cracking wee bit muddy underfoot, but the weather's drying out now, so you should be fine. You'll see all sorts of things along here when you're going along. The place is covered in moss. The vegetation is starting to work its way through. You've got the nettles starting to come through. Nettles, they're interesting, full of vitamin C and other vitamins for that as well. In days past, the nettles were actually used to dye cloth, but they were also used to make uniforms. I believe it was German uniforms during the First World War. In fact, in the Roman days, what they used to do with the nettles is they'd strap them together, and they'd in a bunch, and they'd actually whip their naked backs with them when they came to Scotland, and I always to give them the false illusion that they were actually wearing them when it was absolutely freezing, and they would get stung. However, the sting and the nettles, you can actually take the sting off them. If you gather them with gloves and you put them in a microwave for about 10 seconds, it takes the sting off them, and you can actually eat it as part of a salad. Now when I say you can eat it as part of a salad, it's not quite gourmet, it's no great, it's quite plain, it tastes like kind of spinach, but it is edible and it is full of vitamins. Wouldn't recommend it though. Best time to come down this way is probably May, June. You'll see a lot more colour in the pathway here. And we're actually coming up to a wee turn here, in which we're going to come up later. There's a right of way which takes you down to a place called Walk Mill, and that's in your right hand side here. I'm just going to show you it. I've got to turn the camera off in a wee minute. But that's a lovely bit. We're coming up that later. That's absolutely brilliant. We're heading along here to Overhaul House. Where I'll rejoin you in a minute or two. Oh, in fact, there we go. Just a wee bit of colour. Again, folk looking at it and think, ah, it's just a weed. There's the dandelion. Very underrated. I wouldn't recommend you eat this one because the dogs will probably pee in it, but called pissabed, and that's got all sorts of vitamins in it as well. And again, see these flowers, just the petals, you can decorate your salads with it, and that's edible and all. But take bits that are not on the roadside. I'd better wash my hands after that. And you see there's a wee burn that follows up by there, where the sheep are having a wee dip. And there's all sorts of birds here. I was just talking to a couple there for a distance. The greater spotted woodpeckers, warblers, all sorts of thrushes. And that's all you hear. It's the sound of birds. The odd occasional wee vehicle or two. So I'll join you in a wee minute as we get closer to Tweedy Mill. Well, here we are folks, just walking along for Overhaul House. That's a nice wee bit of the walk. It's been planted with the daffodils and crocuses, and the sun's shining for us as well. Overhaul House, just behind us, up the road there, easy to follow, and this takes us to Tweedy Mill. There's quite a lot of places which have got the name Tweedy applied to it. Tweedy Hall, Tweedy Side. There was also a Tweedy Castle which went back to medieval times. We don't know a great deal about it. There's more information in one of the local Stonehouse books, as you can look up. But Tweedy was a common name. In fact, it is suggested that that's where the Tweed got its name, and And how that came about is that one of the previous owners here of Tweedy Castle, he fought with fought at the Battle of Bannockburn, and for his support he was given lands by Robert the Bruce down at Drumlandsey, and that is where they moved to and resided. So now whether or not that's true or not, I may never know, but it certainly sounds plausible. And it was then the river was named after him, so that'd be somewhere in about the 13th century. There's nothing remains of Tweedy Castle, but the Tweedy Mill, that's quite interesting. That's been there for many hundreds of years as well. In fact, I got an invite into the house by a previous owner. I think it was the principal at Glasgow University, and he's telling me that during the construction in the kind of cellar area down below, they uncovered the mill wheel, which was behind a wall, and whether they restored that or not, I'm not sure, but that's quite interesting to know that that was still there. There can't be many mill wheels which lie undiscovered in there. Now we're actually got to cross over just the other side where the tractor is. It's a right away, and that takes you down to the spectacle. But I'm going to take a wee donor first down to the top end of the cape. So I'll catch you down there. Well, here we are at the cape, just at Tweedy Mill, just looking upriver towards Sanford, looking down over the rocks where the wind used to play in days gone by. Oh bloody hell, I said it again. And that just goes down the river. We're going to head down there very soon. We've got a lead which comes down through here as well. That's the attempts have been made to restore it, and there's the remains of an old lead there, and that's you looking towards Tweedy Mill. Lovely house and lovely folks that stay there as well. And if we just look up the river here along the road, if you were to go that way, that'll take you into Sanford, but we're going to avoid Sanford today, and we're going to take a walk up to the spectacle. Right. Hiya. Yeah, do that. Come and take some pictures. No problem, thank you very much. And here we are at the public right of way, and there's the sign, just to confirm that. Looking back up to Overhaul, and here we are. It's got a stile in here just to help you over. There we go. And you can just see the remains just through the tree there, the old right of way sign. That's an ancient right of way sign, that one. I was just talking to the owner of the Tweedy Mill there. Lovely woman. She's doing some restoration work to the place, trying to restore the old mill wheel which is inside the place. Said I'd send her some photographs of the place. This bit, there's no distinguishable path, it's just kind of rough ground here as you're heading down towards the Avon, following the sounds of the cape which is just below. I'll take a wee look over the side, see if we can get a wee quick picture of it. Big stone here just at the edge. You can just see the first waterfall there, just at the top. That just takes you down river towards the big fall. That's where we're heading right now. Now this pathway has actually been much improved. I was part of a wee group, must have been 20 years by or so. We got some information boards put in here I think it was the council that organised the project, if I remember rightly, with the support of local folks. I just gave them some photographs and a wee bit of information that I had, but so I don't need to really tell you much about it. You can come and read the boards for yourself, but I'll tell you a wee bit right enough when we get down there. All hay bales just fell at the side of the pathway there. It reminds me of Indiana Jones there. If that one's that go toppling in there and goes down that hillside, you better get your skates on if it's chasing you. Now here you come to a fence here, you just open the gate. If you've got gloves, use gloves. I didn't bring them, just use my jacket. There used to be a very sugary wee metal bit of bridge here, but this, as I say, has been improved greatly from what was there before. And you get a great view again. Looking back, there's your bridge there. Absolutely brilliant. Walking backwards now, getting gallus. So we're going down by, just show you the river. So we're going down. We'll come to the first walking point here where you do a wee bit of history. You get a good view. It's a pity a couple of trees there blocking the view to some extent. But here's the information board. It just tells you a wee bit about the Spectacle Falls, a wee bit about the geology and the wildlife that's here. But better still, there's a lovely view of the first waterfall there. And that takes you down to the big one, which just lies up yonder, and we'll take you down. That's us now, heading down the pathway. Just watch your feet when you're going down here. It's no slippy, it's just there was steps here at one time, but they've kind of eroded away over time. It's just natural erosion, it's no vandalism, but what a lovely wee spot. I'll just take a wee look over the edge here. By the way, don't you do this. I'm just doing it because I'm stupid. But you can get a great view. And that takes you over the top of the falls and down. Looking back upriver. You just stick to the path though. It's starting to get a wee bit quieter as we get away from that trickle of falls. As we head down the path, we can see the river at the bottom. There's a couple of people out, but everybody's keeping their distance, which is good. There we go, there's the path there. And there's another information board at the bottom. That's a popular wee bit for the folks of Sanford to come have a doner of an evening, stretch the legs. I wonder how many people are. I just missed a wee wren there. Oh, fantastic. Wee wren is just on the tree there. Don't know if you can see it. It's away now. Fantastic. Wee wren's a wee elusive bird there. You're lucky to get anywhere near them. Very timid. Oh, jings, that's a big glove. That must be that big German fella. Big hands. It's lost it. There we go. You can actually see on the trees there, some folk have actually left their carvings. Some of these carvings, by the way, go back. I've seen a couple that's actually over 100 years old. There's some crackers actually up Glassford way. Now we're just going into the falls itself. So you take a wee sharp left at the bottom, you'll see another information board, and it tells you all about the Spectacle mill, and it's got some information about the origins of it and what they made here. The boards are starting to discolour a wee bit. What's interesting about it is there's an old myth actually, or not an old myth, but it's like one of these old tales, and there's probably a bit of truth in it, and there's a bit's been made up, but it was said that the Spectacle got its name from a spyglass. That's the E, the spectacle through the eye, the E, the eyeglass. And it's said that, or so the story went, that a local lad fell in love with the mill owner's daughter, and the mill owner wasn't too happy about it, and said, no, you're nae chance, son. And in anger, it is said that the boy actually set fire to the mill with a spyglass to the roof. However, whether that story is actually based on any truth or not, I don't know, because from that story dates a time when apparently there's photographs of the mill after it's meant to have been set on fire, so whether that's true or not, there's a wee bit of truth in it, I don't know. And here we are at the spectacle, and there's the falls. Absolutely amazing. There's been a big fall of water there. So you're getting the full force of the water coming down there, and it's absolutely spectacular. It falls into the river below. We've got some photographs of folks here back in about the 1890s, 1900s. There's a pool over by where folk used to sit, have a lunch, and then it follows down the river. This is a kite, and it just goes down by, and we're going to join the Avon down there. So we're going to go down there and do the wee look and head back home. But it's absolutely spectacular. What I'll do, I'll try and cross over there and let you see it from the other side. Right, that's me just down at the bottom of the steps. And can I say, this is as slidey as hell here, but I'm going to try and take you across without falling in. You can cross here, but can I just say, don't take Wayne's with you, because it is quite slidey. Lovely view down the water there. I'm going to take you across, try and stand in the lighter bits. Be very careful. This is when I get back down into the water. And as we can see from the other side, we get a grand view of the spectacle, and there's a couple of folks down here locally here, again taking the time to explore their own area. What a view. There can't be many better views in what is part of the Stonehouse old parish, but it really belongs to Sanford. And the old mill, which you can see to the left here, there's ruins of it, not much left. Not sure when it finally fell into disrepair, but probably early 1900s. There's a photograph up there, I think it dates to about 1894, and it's still intact. And it just follows down river to the Avon. And if you want to come here on sunnier days when the virus is past, I highly recommend you do that. It's a wee treasure. It's a wee bit out of Eden. There we go. So I'm going to cross back over river, and I'm going to take you down to the Avon, and we'll see what we can find there. Okay, that's us just coming out of the falls area, following the path. We're heading down here. So we just look back, you can see the extent of the mill here. A couple of people out of dinner, but not busy. That's the way it should be. Everybody keeping their distance for folks. And here we go. This is a lovely wee stretch as well. It's one of my favourite bits. If you're down here in September, October, you'll see some cracking mushrooms as well. I'm not telling you where they are. We get wee secrets as well, places where I collect my own. And just in the pathway, just watch your feet, big steps, right enough. We're just doing a wee loop now before we rejoin the right away. As the water trickles by on the left hand side there. Don't know if you can hear that. In fact, just as we're passing, there's another thing. For those that didn't have enough lure rolls, there are your docking leaves there. Days gone by, I use one or two of them. Better to double them up right enough. Docking leaf, again, full of vitamins. Not very tasty. You can make it into a kind of spinach, but it's used as a black dye for dyeing cloth. And there's a wee pathway here. So actually somebody around here, I'll just let him go by. Oh, he's just crossing the river anyway. Where's Doug? I love the ground here, the way the twisted tree roots are coming through almost as if they're fossilised. You get a primroses down here, nice. There is a wee crossing there. That would take you up to Craig Mill if you wanted to take a donner there. But we're right at where you are right now. This is right on the border of Stonehouse parish. Across the other side, that's you leaving what was part of old Stonehouse parish. As I say, with all these walks we're going to stay inside the boundary line and not go too far. And this is a bonny stretch of the river. It's been upgraded a couple of times just to improve the pathways. And we'll take you all the way down to the Avon, I think. If you are into your fishing, you've got the Craig Mill. It's worth a mention, that's where the Avon Angling Club have got their hatchery up there, where they release the trout and they rear them there and release them. They also do a bit of fly tying. I think it's a Tuesday night if you're into that. You'll find the trout. I'm not sure how abundant it is these days, but you've got, as well as the trout, you've also got the grayling and the salmon's back as well, and there's been a few reports, one or two photographs for by showing the salmon, which used to be abundant years by, and it's now made a happy return. But will that actually bring a lot more folk to fish here? It's got its pluses and minuses. As we're going down here, just to scan that field out to the left, what a bonny sight. And that's you looking up to Walk Mill, which we'll pass by on the way back up to the right away. And here we're getting into the brig here, and I'm going to stop for a wee drink of juice and then head back home. And just watch your head as you're getting under some of these branches for the big tall ones among you. And here we are at where the Kite meets the Avon. Aye, and that water looks really inviting. What a lovely day. There's a couple of folks actually just crossing the bridge out the Straven side. There is a right away. I put in a sign up on the road. Those folk are probably following it, but it's a right away. It goes up by and joins the road up there, and you can follow it up to Straven. And that's just put in there to encourage people to explore the countryside. There's a dug in the river there. That's you looking up at the brig there. That brig it's fairly new. There was a brig there before, which is a wee bit on the sugary side. And as we look up the river, that's you looking up to Craig Mill distant and the Craig Mill Bridge. And I can see a couple of ducks on the water there. And you'll get the dippers down here as well. I haven't seen any yet, but there's no many bonnier places around about here. Grand. Let's take a walk up to the brig. Now, what I would say is we're going to be taking a shortcut. The long road would be to follow the Avon all the way back to Stonehouse. However, it's not so easy now. It's been gated at Bridge Home technically that's where the right of way goes, so you need to go into the river because the gate's locked, which it shouldn't be, but there's you should be able to get through there, but you can follow the river if you don't mind getting your feet wet. That's quite a good way to do it. I've done it many times. So as you come up to the, I'm just going to be turning this off here. I would recommend though that if you are coming here, don't follow the rivers up to Stonehouse, just take the wee walk I've done. It's nicer and it's bloody safer and you're less chance to get wet. So that's the right of way sign there, just at that point. And as you look up the river there, we'll get heading there just after I had a wee right. So thanks very much. See you soon. There we are. Looking back down river. We're heading away for the brig now, back to Stonehouse. I'll just take a wee look along the back of the river there. You're looking up towards the Kype area, takes you to Sanford along the tree line. We're heading up this way, just by the house over yonder, and we'll rejoin the right of way. If you've not been down here before, I highly recommend you come down when you get the opportunity, and better times are ahead. Let's hope we'll be able to escape further afield when the virus passes. And what a lovely stretch of the river it is as well. The fishers know this better than myself. They'll know all the pools. As I said before, a lot of these pools have all got names. All named by the fishers after probably one another. In some respects, folks that have passed by and were famous for fishing certain pools, but some of them are named after events that are taking place at that pool, or just unusual things. And in a couple of weeks or so, the yellow will be out in the brim, as the song goes, and it'll be a lot more colourful. That's us just looking up towards the walk mill, which I'll tell you about in just a wee minute. You'll also get the heron down here. I haven't seen otters at this point, and I haven't heard of any at this point, but a good thing is if you do see the otters, a good sign there's plenty of fish. Now what we've got here, we've got a wee, if I can get behind the butterfly, it just looks like a wee tortoise shell, I think. Aye, I see it probably fly away. And there it goes. I'll just follow it. There we go. Yeah, it's a wee tortoise shell. Can sometimes be mistaken for a painted lady. Good wee sign is, look at the bottom of the wings. There's wee kind of blue frill along the bottom. It's a good sign. Painted ladies were in abundance last year. Painted ladies, by the way, in case you don't know, is a butterfly, and it's not any other kind of ladies that you might find in here. I can just hear the farmer's tractor in distant fields. Fortunately, the farmers are still able to work and keeping us all fed during this time, which is a good thing. As you're coming round to the corner here, you'll see there's a bit of the ground that's fallen away at the other side, and that's quite an interesting bit, because if you come down here, maybe just a month or two away, I don't think we'll find them today, but you get the what do you call it, sand martins nest in there. You also get them nesting up at Bridge Home as well, and you'll see them skimming the water. They're a wee bit like They're a bit like somewhere between a swift and a swallow. They're kind of brown with a lighter underbody, and you just see them skimming the water for the flies. They're an amazing sight. But we're getting a look over here now, and what you've got just in front of the trees there, I'll try and zoom in a wee bit. There's not much of a zoom, but that's Walk Mill. Somebody's actually done a bit of work to that building. It didn't have a roof on it a few years back, but that is in a lot of the old maps of the village area, and it's an old mill area. Not sure what it is they actually wove in here, what it was they were actually producing at the mill. Maybe just turning the wheel to grind the grain. I'm not sure. I don't have much information about the Walk Mill, but there's more in the Stonehouse books. And you've got a lovely view again, out the water towards all the way up to Bridge Home, where it joins the A71. But we're going to be following this pathway up the hill, and I'll join you in a wee minute. Yeah, just looking up towards. Now if you're adventurous enough, you want to do it, I don't recommend it. You can go back to Stonehouse that way, keep to the right hand side. It goes up by that, there's a fall up there. I do recommend you don't do it, but if you are, if you're fishing it, you'll know better than me in fact, but you follow that, the edge, and follow the fence at the top, stay away from the edge, and that'll take you back to the village eventually. But today we're going to take a walk up this path because it's nicer, and it's a good bit for the winds as well. You've got to go over this fence just at the end of the field here, looking up to the Walk Mill, looking up the valley, just one last wee skim round, looking up to Flemington, up to Floors, up yonder, and we'll cross over the fence. Oh, my dodgy knees. That's a really nice pathway up here. This is all part of the right of way. So sometimes a lot of people are not quite sure where they can go. Check out the countryside access code, that'll give you guidance, but if you're walking locally, get hold of the rights of way booklet, that'll show you all the places you can go. We're looking up towards the next gate. There's no services down here, so I don't know if that's just been used as a bothy or a store shed. Cracking big tree here. As I walk backwards. Brilliant. Sometimes it's just good to be walking in silence. I'm saying that and I'm talking to a wee black box here. And at the left hand side of this, there is a stile. Take your life in your hands if you want to use that, it might be alright. Or you can actually just push this gate. It actually pushes right over, so watch, it's quite heavy. Just place it back down, and that's you. We're on the last wee section. And it's full of wee birds here. The blue tits, the great tits. You get thrushes, warblers. You'll get the nuthatch as well. Lovely wee bird. And a grander day it couldn't be for a donner. I'm glad I came out. And check the yellow on there. Fantastic. Love it. It's a wee bit of climb up here. You'll no need your ice axe, but I'd say you need to be reasonably fit to walk this. Or have an imagination of your youth. We'll take a last wee look at the brae here just before the wee turn. What a view. Brilliant. All the way down the river. You can nearly see my house from here. In fact, as we're going up there, the place is covered in all sorts of mosses, including sphagnum moss, which coincidentally might be worth collecting if we run out of toilet roll, because that's what they used to use. You just grab it in bunches and away you go. Fritter away at your heart's content. However, the sphagnum moss was also used in times of war. What do you call it? It's full of it's got medicinal properties, healing properties, which helps to cauterise the wounds, and it's got some kind of antiseptic thing in it as well. So if you were shot and you had a gaping wound, they'd pack it full of sphagnum moss, and it would just give you a better chance of recovering your leg. So that's it. So just coming to the top of the brae here. Gentleman, he's dug. How we doing? Just out recording my donut. Aye. I'll not lose my leg, will I? Cheers. That was a close shave. Yeah. My hand done. Survived another dug bite. And that's the last wee section you're seeing, where I'm going to turn this off, and you'll have done the full loop. As I say, it's a wee bit longer walk. The good thing about this one is fairly remote-ish. It's within the parish, it's within the area. And as things stand at the moment, you have to stay local. Getting in the car and off up the hills of Loch Lomond, the Trossachs. Stay local, keep your distance, keep safe, and I think that should do as well. And don't know where I'm going next, but hope you enjoyed this wee walk. We'll no doubt be catching up again sometime. I'll just turn this and just say my cheerios. That's us for another day. That was the walk to the spectacle. Plenty to see on route. It's good for children. The walking's nice and easy. A wee bit of length to the distance, but what a beautiful sight. So go and explore what's around about you, and share it and get other folk to learn the reason why these walks are worth keeping, and they certainly are. And it's only through your forefathers and sometimes fought for some of these walks over the years that they exist, so appreciate them and protect them, and protect yourself, and we'll see you another time. Bye for now.